Esteemed Mr. Wang Yi, dear friend, colleagues, friends, we are glad to have another meeting with you. You have had a busy day today working with the Security Council of the Russian Federation, and we appreciate the attention that our Chinese friends, together with us, give to the task set by President Putin and Chairman Xi Jinping. The meetings of our leaders held this year on May 9th in Moscow on the occasion of the 80th anniversary of the victory over Nazi Germany, and on September 3rd in Beijing, when the 80th anniversary of the victory over militaristic Japan was celebrated, have indeed laid additional foundations for the further development of our strategic interaction and multifaceted partnership. We recently held a special session of our ministry's collegium dedicated to implementing the tasks that were set by the leaders during the two summits. The relevant agencies of the economic bloc of the government of the Russian Federation are working on issues related to strengthening our cooperation in the spheres of trade and investment and humanitarian collaboration. Our shared goal, above all, is to ensure close coordination on international political matters, including issues of strategic stability, the reliable security of the Russian Federation and the People's Republic of China, and our joint actions in international structures. This includes, of course, the UN, its Security Council, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, BRICS, and the G20. The situation in the world is developing rapidly, so the more often we meet, the more effective our joint work becomes in strengthening the diplomatic linkage between Russia and China for the purpose of advancing the national interests of our two states. I hope that today's meeting will allow us to discuss all these issues in detail and with full trust, as is appropriate between friends, and to outline concrete steps toward implementing the agreements of our leaders. Welcome again.
This time, I have come to Russia to attend the annual meeting of the Strategic Security Consultation. Today, I held 5 hours of very substantive and in-depth strategic communication with Defense Minister Shoigu, and we reached many broad and new points of consensus. We can say that today is a very busy and important day for Russia, for the President, for the Foreign Minister, and for myself. But you are still able to take the time to meet with me, which reflects the high level of mutual trust and the close ties between us, and once again demonstrates the high level of the China-Russia comprehensive strategic partnership. Indeed, these are some of the most important junctures, and we need to strengthen strategic communication and deepen our strategic cooperation. As you correctly noted that this year, the international environment has become increasingly unstable and hard to predict. However, under the strategic guidance of President Xi Jinping and President Vladimir Putin, China-Russia relations are undaunted by rough winds and high waves, and courageously face challenges, achieving development that is high-level, broad in scope and breadth. The two heads of state have met twice, conducted in-depth communication, and jointly focused on setting the strategic guidelines for China-Russia relations in the context of changes unseen in centuries. This has also provided the world with greater stability and certainty in the modern era. In particular, both heads of state agreed unanimously to jointly safeguard the achievements of victory in World War II and the post-war international order, and to oppose any reactionary acts attempting to revive aggressive actions. This demonstrates to the world our strong voice in upholding international justice and fairness. Last night, after we arrived in Moscow, the first piece of news we received was that President Putin had signed a presidential decree granting visa exemption to Chinese citizens. This is a vivid manifestation of the China-Russia comprehensive strategic partnership in the new era. It will further facilitate the movement of peoples between the two countries, promote exchanges and cooperation in various fields, and inject new momentum. We are willing to work with the Russian side to properly implement this visa exemption policy and make sure this good initiative is carried out well. Next year marks the 30th anniversary of the establishment of the China-Russia strategic strategic cooperative partnership, and also the 25th anniversary of the signing of the China-Russia Treaty of Good Neighborliness and Friendly Cooperation. The development of China-Russia relations will usher in a new historical opportunity. We are willing to work together with the Russian side to fully implement the important consensus reached by the two heads of state with firmer mutual support, stronger strategic coordination, and more proactive, mutually beneficial cooperation, bringing greater well-being to the peoples of both countries and promoting the international order toward a more just and reasonable direction. Thank you.
Thank you.